What are we looking at time-wise?
That was
We
exciting.
got 20 minutes. Okay, let's do the news. Come on down. Okay, so Kara isn't here today because her kid is sick. So I recruited someone from the... you want to sit over there? I changed my mind. That camera's better because this looks darker.
It's time for Get Social News.
Get social news is
Get
what
social
it is.
news.
So Kara, I guess her kid is sick. I got an email from her last night at 3:30 in the morning that Kara is not feeling well. So
she's hungover.
She's hungover from the 99-cent margaritas from. That's tonight, not last night. No, I got an email from her at 3:30.
What happens if she shows up tonight at the benefit?
Then we'll know she's a liar.
Dun 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 dun.
No, we won't know. She's a liar.
Okay.
No, she's got a sick kid. And 3:30 in the morning, you get an email from somebody saying we won't be on the radio show tomorrow means that we won't be on the radio show tomorrow. So I asked one of our studio audience members to come on the show and read the news. She has a background with broadcasting, so we thought we'd bring her on the show real quick. So this is Diana Featherstone.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Surprise news person, news neighbor.
News Ninja.
News Ninja. Oh, I like
better
that.
than News Ninja. Yeah.
We're not even allowed to say what it's better than, because that other thing that we said, I got in a lot of trouble for.
Not
so
good.
the thing that we said before, we're not allowed to say anymore. But I like News Ninja. So what we did is we had a little bit of news for Kara to read, which since she's not here, we're going to let Diana read that, and then we're going to do the weather.
All right.
I think that's the way we'll work it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. I know it was a last-second thing. And thanks for sitting in our studio audience today. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Okay, you ready?
So we've got, you did your news intro segment, and now we're going to talk about the stuff that's on Tip News Daily, which is the online newspaper that Mike runs.
Oh, okay.
At tipnews.com. Normally we go over like the top 3 news stories that are the most popular from the past week. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, it's based on the hits. Based on the number of people that read the article.
Right.
That's what this list is. So.
Yes.
Oh,
there you go.
See, now this is new. This is a surprise.
We're making it up as we go.
I can handle it. I can. Yeah.
We're making it up as we go. Well, I thought Mike might read this part, but we'll go ahead and let you do it.
Please.
He just handed it to me.
Yes, I know. So go right ahead.
Me?
The story.
All right. The story, what is their problem, is Tip City Anti-Business, submitted this week by D.R. Atchison. Is the most popular news in Tip City this week. And let's see.
There we go.
And then, what is that? Is that the one about the sign, or is that about the mural? Is that about the mural?
Let's see. It's the mural one.
Okay, so the sign. This story is the one about the mural winning the appeal against the city. Is that right?
Well, let me.
Anyway, for folks who don't know, there's a mural here in Tip City that's been the subject of years of litigation. The city says that it's inappropriate and advertising, and the people who own it say no, it's not, and they took them to court to stop the city from forcing them to remove it, and it's been through several iterations, and then the last one that just came back last week was that that the court decided to rule with the defendant that it's not an advertisement, it's a piece of art and is allowed to be retained.
Correct.
That's the current. Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, and so I guess the question then is that do these types of articles is it right? I mean, the whole idea to go in and make these these types of news stories public and right to kind of and bring this news out is to share news with the community, right? And if we're doing that, right, basically we're sharing information now. It's kind of it's not so good, right? I mean, is it?
What do you mean it's not so good for the city, or
well,
not so good?
Far
you
as,
mean it's negative?
Is it good?
It's news. People need to know about it.
It is news, correct. But is it does it do us any disservice to go in and speak negatively about business growth in our city, because then that can impact us negatively?
But if it's true, then maybe we can do something about it. Right. Right?
Well, it's a news story that the city has been denied this action, right? So you're saying that that's bad for business? That the city is working against businesses to take down this kind of stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Or just the act of sharing that information out, right? Letting people know about it, right? So to your point, Di, you can do something about it, but in the same stroke, you're talking about going and airing the dirty laundry, right? You're going and publicly saying, okay, this is something that really needs to be taken a look at, and we're just kind of like laying it out here for the public to purview. But then, then we absolutely have to have somebody that comes along and says, okay, let's fix this.
Well, it's like last week's show when we talked to them about the sign code.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody understands that the sign code is a piece of legislation that was written by people and that it should be reviewed every once in a while and it may change.
Right. Right.
It's not a affront to anyone particular person that this information has come back. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't think it's anti-business. I think framing the city as being anti-business is a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't think that's what this means. I think the sign code may dissuade certain businesses from putting up certain signs, and it makes businesses work harder to put up signage.
Right.
And that may be bad for business. So maybe that's an opportunity for the city to review, which it sounds like that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
The sign code is, and that's the other piece of news that came up this week is the Travel Lodge or the Holiday Inn. That's again the same sign code, different problem.
Right.
So maybe this is telling the city folk this is a problem, which they already know, and it needs to be revisited, which they're already doing.
Right. And
so I don't think it's bad for business.
Okay.
I think it's good.
What do you think, Mike? Is it bad for business?
No, I just wanted to kind of bring that out there to kind of illustrate the article. And
do you think it's art?
There's a lot of commentary.
Do you think it's a mural or do you think it's advertising? I hear all this from all the people.
Personally, I don't care for it from an artistic point of view, but I don't have any problem with somebody going and doing that.
Is it an advertisement for their business?
It is their building.
Is it an advertisement?
I don't think so.
I could be swayed either way that it is an advertisement for their business, but I think I like it. I think it's interesting, and I think it's better than having a blank wall. That's not in the sign code that, if somebody likes this better than a blank wall, it gets to stay.
It's difficult,
God forbid, who knows what people
No, I mean,
up.
you look at Chuck E. Cheese, right? I mean, they paint balloons.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah.
But if they say this is okay, then I can see why the city clamped down on it, because it could open the floodgates and we could have murals all over town, and not all of them would be interesting or appropriate.
Like all the spray paint murals down in Dayton.
Well, yeah. No, I'm not talking graffiti. I'm talking advertisements for businesses, because that's obviously you need a business to fund that. That's an expensive thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just go out there and do that.
Well,
But
it fits the business. Like, the look of it fits the business.
Right,
And
it
it's
fits
kind of
the
both.
business.
I mean, it does market their business, but in a creative way.
It's a business
And it
advertisement.
fits.
I think it's clear that it is I think it's clear that it's an advertisement for their business. I think it's an interesting angle and a new way to advertise their business without putting their if they put their logo on the side with their phone number, it would have obviously been.
Yes.
So what they're doing is they're looking at the sign code and they're going, how can we work around or with it to do something interesting? And I think that's what's going to happen when you have a poorly written sign code, which they know it's a problem, and they know they're.
And we do that in everything, right? No, I mean we've got the new the new Tip City logo that's got the mum on it and stuff, right? I mean,
mum.
We're advertising the Mum Festival that even throughout, right? It's part of what the city is, and Chuck E. Cheese, they have balloons and streamers and stuff like that. They're it doesn't have to say that. It just has to say this is a fun place for kids to go, right? And so I think the crazy professor. It doesn't have to do with racing products, no, but it kind of in the same vein, right? No, I mean a little bit.
Has the same feel for if you're into speed
on
and
the
into
edge.
Nitrous
checking
and all
out
that
your car
stuff,
and stuff.
Yeah, on the edge.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the problem with any kind of city that has any kind of codes about what people are allowed to do.
Right.
You know me, you're cool with me. If I put a 40-foot robot on top of my store,
I would love it.
You would like it. A lot of people would not,
Right.
and it would be completely inappropriate and change the character of the downtown and not be a good fit. So somebody's got. There's got to be
if it
rules.
had big
about,
red eyes.
there
and
was
smoke
lasers that
coming
came out and they cooked. Yeah, no. That would be bad. But I mean, I understand why we need rules and we need people to interpret them.
Yes.
So everybody just needs to
There you go.
work together.
What was the number 2 story?
The number 2, I actually read this article and I really liked it. The Wickedness of Missing Wicked by Mike Woody.
Oh.
And that was in second place.
That was the second most popular story. I love Wicked. God, that was such a good show.
See, now you're making Mike feel bad again.
Why?
Because he didn't see it.
Mike
He's not
Woody?
going. Yeah, Mike Woody.
Oh, I didn't read the article.
Yeah. Oh, see,
No,
yeah.
I didn't.
It's all
I'm
about
sorry.
everyone talking about Wicked, and
He didn't get to see it.
he's not. Yeah, he's not going to see
It was
so he feels
Mike.
like he's
It was
missing out.
really good. It was really, really good. Mike
You
Woody.
missed out, Mike Woody.
Yeah, it was
wherever
really
you are.
good. That's the second time I've seen it, and it was really good. I love Wicked. I could watch that over and over again. It's so good. My wife has the soundtrack, and we play it all the time in the house. So
The
it's
Wicked
Good. Do you sing with
soundtrack?
it?
No, I don't sing with it, but I've heard tell of people who do sing. That's a great show. If anybody can, I don't know how would you catch it now? Is it
You have
out?
to
Is
go
it over?
follow
Is
it.
it gone?
It's over.
Do they have
Yeah.
like a movie version of it, or is there
No.
like a recording of the Broadway?
And there's a book you can read. I mean, it's based on a book. You didn't like it? I like the book.
Scary. Well, then you like Kill Bill. So
Yeah, I do.
there you go. Psycho.
No, I'm a pursuer.
She's a pursuer.
She's like, if I say I don't like it, she's gonna say nah 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 and continue talking. That's a pursuer. No, I didn't like the book because I thought it was scary and creepy, but it was really creative and very inventive, and I enjoyed the fact that I read it, and I thought I got a lot out of it, but it was a little scary. But it was a great musical. Anybody who gets a chance to see Wicked, go see it. It's great. And then I have tickets to the Aluminum show, which is tomorrow night.
It looks cool.
It does look
Yeah.
cool. People in like aluminum
Aluminum
tubes
foil
walking
and-
around.
yeah.
Doo, doo, doo.
Where is that from? It's from
It's from
some other country, right? I thought
Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Who knew? We're all supposed to bring aluminum foil to the show, and they're going to build a big ball
Mm-hmm.
during the show, and then they'll donate it. They'll donate it and donate the proceeds to Habitat for Humanity or something like that. It's true.
Really?
Yes, it was in the article
Oh my God,
today.
I was
I'm like,
waiting
I'm
for
supposed to
waiting
bring
for the
aluminum
punchline.
foil. Does it still have
Oh.
cheese on it, or do they want the cheese off of the aluminum foil? I
the
don't know.
proceeds of the aluminum foil ball.
They're gonna put a giant
they
ball
gonna
together. Then they're gonna
sit
they're
up?
gonna get it melted down,
Oh,
and the money
okay.
from it's gonna go to
Aluminium.
aluminium. So I'll let you know how that show went.
Thank you.
Maybe I should be writing reviews for the Tip News Daily.
You know,
for
that
this
would be
stuff.
crazy. You know, there is a section for it.
For God's sake, I know. You know, I'm busy. This morning I'm busy writing articles for the new paper. Running around like an idiot.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of stuff. I got too much on my plate.
You've got a lot of fans out here. Looks like
I don't have any fans.
Carol likes hearing you and seeing you on TV.
Who's that? Are you talking to me or
I
Diana?
love her.
You talking to Diana or me?
Kara says hi.
Hi, Kara. We miss you.
Mike Woody says hi.
Nobody's writing me in the chat room. Damn it.
I was just sitting there minding my own
I
business.
know.
I'm sorry.
She got pulled against her
It's
will
like it's
out
being
of the
roped in.
Yeah, talk about that. That's good. All right, what's the third story?
Number third.
Okay.
Number third.
Boehner to speak at Miami
I've
County
done gone to
Convention.
Boehner.
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 Yes.
Boehner. Boehner to speak at Miami County Convention.
What's
Tell
he
me about
speaking
this, Mike.
about?
Yeah, because I don't know anything about this.
Oh,
Tell
it's
me
the
about
Miami County Convention.
Of
That's how the Republicans kind of
Republicans?
pick their platform and stuff like that.
Convention of what?
It's a convention.
He could be
It's just
interested
a-
in other things.
of-
He doesn't have to
it's of
just be
philatelists.
a Republican.
Philatelist.
Yeah, stamp collectors.
Yeah. I was going to say that was not on the top of my mind.
No, it wasn't. Stamp collecting. That's my
That must be the
that's
word
my
of the
go-to-
day.
That's my go-to hobby.
But goodbye, studio audience.
Bye, studio.
Bye.
Thank you for
See
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Philatelist.
Philatelist.
That's the word of the day.
That doesn't sound.
It sounds
Good.
completely bad. Yes. So why is Boehner speaking at the Miami County Convention?
He's just coming there. He's
Okay.
gonna
When is
speak
it?
There. It's the 21st.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk to other Republicans.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
That's what it is.
That's the third
That's
most
the third
important
most
story.
popular.
Now, I did a bad job of getting the news together, Mike, this week. I didn't pull it together
Okay.
because last night I was working on my article.
Okay.
But I did happen to have the latest issue of Tipica News,
Published by our city.
published by our
Tipica
city, in my
News.
bag. So Diana's going to run through a couple quick stories on that.
All right. The first one is Breakfast with the Mayor.
Yay.
Mayor D. Gillis invites all residents to have breakfast with the mayor on Thursday, March 18th at 8 a.m. at the Tip City Library.
Wow.
Now, what do they serve at the Breakfast with the Mayor?
I don't know.
Is
What do
it
you get?
decent? Like, is it? Can I just go and?
Is it like going to see
grab
Willy
a
Wonka? I mean,
breakfast and-
is there a room full of chocolate, or how does it work? Is there dancing and singing, and then a squirrel?
Talking
and-
about the little mayor.
Is
with
Mark the
hat.
Oompa Loompa? Or is he Willy
I don't know. I don't know. So Dee Gillis is the mayor, so she would be wearing the big hat,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
right? So Mark's
Yeah.
the one dancing around and singing, I think, about TV.
I don't know. It may be like a story lady kind of time where she sits in the middle and she tells us
all the
story.
kids, so all the adults
All
sit
the
on
adults
the
sit
floor
around the floor.
them.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, I think that's
And
really
once
cool
there
that that they're doing that.
At
You
one
can-
time, there was a budget.
And we
then the
had
budget
money.
got bigger. And then we had to do something about it. So then we took away all the leaves. I mean, it'd be interesting to have the mayor spin a yarn or two at this breakfast.
That would
I don't know
be.
what it's going to happen.
We
at it.
should have like an illustrated
version of it?
Yeah, illustrated version
That'd
of
be good.
of the meeting.
I once caught a fish this big. Sorry. It's my requisite Dave response.
Okay, so I'm going out
So-
of order because with some of that money,
Where is that and when
Tip
again?
City Library, March 18th, next Thursday, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay.
Be there.
And is it? Are they serving breakfast?
It says breakfast with the mayor. Well, let's see. Wait,
It's usually-
it doesn't say. It doesn't say if they're providing breakfast or if you bring your own breakfast.
I don't know, Mark.
They
If you're
usually-
watching this, shoot Mike a note about that event because we don't know the details on that.
Yeah.
We'd like to talk about it
Yeah.
next week because it's next Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So we can talk
Mhm.
about it next week.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
And with some of that money,
With some of that money, we're getting a new water tower. New
whoa!
water tower.
Yeah.
Yay.
Tip City Council at its February 16th meeting adopted a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with CB&I Constructors of Sewickley,
Sewickley?
Pennsylvania for the construction of a new 1 million gallon water tower.
Good Lord, that's a lot of water.
Yeah,
is.
that's a lot of money.
Are
$2,257,000.
So I guess that money comes out of the water fund and the sewer fund.
Water fund and
see.
federal and state fund. Yes.
Okay, so there's a matching grant
And
or
some
something
grants,
going on
yeah.
with the city because that's considering how tight the budget is. It always amazes me when I hear this kind of stuff because people go off the deep end when they think, "Wow, the people are spending money over here on this huge thing and they cannot spend money on these things over here. Why is that?" And it's because it all comes out of different buckets. That's what I've been told.
Greg,
It's very confusing.
we've come up on 2 minutes.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, last story, quick.
Okay, last story. Tip Pride Day. American Bloom Committee, Tip City Area United Way, and Tip Monroe Community Services have again joined together to promote Tip Pride Day.
Tip Pride.
Saturday, April 17th is Tip Pride Day this
I have
year.
pride in Tip.
What is Tip Pride Day?
I'm
Tip
looking
Pride
forward
Day.
to
It's
that.
a day when you feel really proud about living in Tip. Isn't
right.
that the Fun Fest? Is that the same day as the Fun Fest?
No, Fun Fair is
Fun
April 23rd.
That's a week
Friday,
later.
April 23rd.
Friday, April 23rd. So
Yes.
this is April 17th.
At Broadway Elementary.
The Saturday, and that's the same day as the Child Care Choices thing. Thank you, Diana, for coming on and reading the news.
Thank you, Diana. Appreciate
Sorry
it.
to pull you out of the studio audience. Thank you.
Thank you again for listening to episode 37
How did we get so far behind
of the Get
on time?
Social
That's what I
Radio
wanna
Show.
know.
Next week we have
No guests.
not yet.
We need a guest. Come on. Right, Mike. We need
Right
guests.
me. Tune in to GetSocialRadio.com to listen to the show or catch the review of the show on Channel 5 KITTV. Thank you for listening and watching today. If you want to join our Facebook fan page, Facebook.com/GetSocial, for your host, Mike McDermott, and your co-host, Greg Enslen, and our special news guest,
News Ninja.
News Ninja, Diana Featherstone. Good day, and remember to keep it social.